Greetings to all you dear ones. Today's subject is very dear and near to my heart, and that is the driving force of my life every day. And whatever I do, I put that force into it. It is the most powerful energy there is in the universe, and that is love. So, what is love? What does love mean to you? How has love hurt you, and how has love healed you? As you ponder on these questions, I'll tell you what it feels to me, and then maybe you'll be open to some of these sharings, that it's personal experience and a lot of the learning and reading that I've done. And so love is having an open heart. It's not only being in an intimate relationship. An intimate relationship could be a spiritual intimate relationship, could be taking care of a beloved, an elderly parent that you have been a caregiver for. For example, I took care of my grandmother before I came from Tehran to America, and we had a very strong relationship. But I was doing hospice care in Tehran without knowing what hospice care is. I was a nurse. She didn't want to be at the hospital. So during that time of taking care of her, I developed immense intimate relationship on a soul level with her. I remember one day I was putting her on the commode, and she looked at me, and with her eyes she talked to me. That was the beginning of my journey, that I came to America later on, and I ended up doing end of life work. And whoever I see my grandmother in them. So love is having an open heart, not only to your partner, but to all. Love is our essence. And when you have an open heart, it's not just for your children and for your mother, father, your cousins, your friends. You have love for universe, for trees, for birds, and that is the driving force. When you see people who make a difference in the world and volunteer and do all these amazing things, the driving force is love. So that is what love is. I want to read this beautiful verse in Bible that it covers it all. Love is patient. Love is kind and is not jealous. Love does not brag and is not arrogant. Does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own, is not provoked, does not take into account a wrong suffered, does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. But if there are gifts of prophecy, they will be done away. If there are tongues, they will cease. If there is knowledge, it will be done away. So that is the most beautiful way to say what love is, and of course, what is not. One thing that I learned throughout my journey is loving without attachment. It's very difficult. And there's so many relationships that are broken. Unfortunately, there are more relationships that were broken, their amount of divorce and mixed families are more than the original families that they started. It's a mother and father and their own children. So this subject is very, very important for any kind of relationship. And a couple of things that creates problems, especially in intimate relationships, are commingling. And if somebody has children and somebody else, and you date, and money and children. Those are the factors that create a lot of problems and broken relationships. So it comes down to expectations. It comes down to, what can you give me? What is in it for me? How about my children? And one of the amazing gifts that I had was, I've had many, I've been blessed in many ways to serve and feel the love, but one of the services that I cherish and I'll never forget is being a mentor of foster kids that weren't living at home with their parents. And it was such a beautiful example of loving a child like my own. And if everybody in the world would see every children as their own, that would be heaven on earth. Unfortunately, people get really protective about their children, and they think it's very special because it's their children. But all children are special. And the same comes to money. People forget that the essence of what is the most important thing is love. And they forget about it. And many of the people, as they get older, when the children are gone, they have their own family and they're retired, they see themselves alone. The children will come and go, but it's not the intimate partner who, during sickness and goodness, will be there for them. So I want you to ponder on these words. If you are in a relationship, or you're thinking about seeing somebody, or you think, well, I've dated and it didn't work out, people are going to make fun of me, gotta let go of fear of judgment and being ridiculed. You gotta allow yourself to fall, because love is bigger than the pain. Love is the most powerful energy in the world. God is love. We're made in His image, and we are love. And as you become love, love heals all. Love is the healing force that brings healing to our body, mind, and spirit. And we can all be healers. I respect all beliefs, but I follow Jesus, and one of the things Jesus said is, you can do all things I do and more. So, and in all religious beliefs, if you go to the core, you will see that healing comes through love. And Jesus is the ultimate healer. I won't say was, because He still is a healer. So we can be healers for ourselves and others. We have that gift. And it starts with us, bringing that love to us and starting to love without attachment. And read that beautiful verse it's in 1 Corinthians. And read what love is and what is not. So let's have an open heart. Let's love one another, especially during challenging times. And instead of fighting and bringing the ego in, I love one of the sayings I have. One of my wonderful teachers put ego in this word, Dr. Wayne Dyer, that ego is edging God out. And that is what creates a lot of problem. Because when you edge God out, you put away love. and you go in your ego and separateness. We're not separate. We're all the same. We're all family of humanity. We're all children of God, however you look at it. So today we're going to meditate on love. And it's going to be more than, again, just a partnership. But that's one thing that it's very important to work on. You could be married, you could be in a relationship, you could have had relationship with a significant other, mother, child, friend, and letting go of attachments, any attachments, and just being pure love. You be love. And if somebody, for whatever reason, and one of the biggest reason people attack you is their fear that they're not good enough. They get jealous. Unfortunately, that's a very hurtful thing. So what you can do, you be love. And if they cannot receive it, that's not your problem. You be love. That's the biggest, the best way to defend yourself. If somebody's attacking you with hatred, with jealousy, if you love on them, they don't know what to do with it. They really don't know. I've experienced it. And that's the best way to just approach life in general, even people who hurt you. Even people who hurt you. And I love the saying of Jesus, forgive them, Father, as they don't know what they do. So that's what we do. And the only way we can forgive is through love. And we cannot judge and love. And Mother Teresa said, there's no way. If you judge somebody, you cannot love them. So let's go of the judgments. Even the judgment of any kind of judgment. If they don't have the same religion, that they're not good enough. If they're not from the same country, the same color, let's let go of the judgment and embrace one another with love. The true love that a child has. I remember when I was about 9 or 10 years old, I lived in Tehran, and we had Iran and Iraq war, and it was really devastating times. And when the bombs were being, the sirens would go out, the lights would go out, you don't know who's going to be, the bomb is going to hit. And we would call our friends, just check on them after the bombs dropped. That's all you could do. You never know. Tomorrow's promised to no one. So let's love fully. And I remember there was a lady, elderly, didn't live by herself. And whenever I was playing with my friends outdoors, when she was coming with her groceries in her hand, I would stop the game and I would go help her. I was blessed with, and I am blessed with, a loving heart. And I'm just so honored to be able to do that, and don't be afraid of being judged, to love. And pretty soon other kids would come and help too. Love is my son. Ever since he was 4, he would go to the nursing home, one of the nursing home, to both nursing homes that I work. I do end of life work at the main hospital and that I live, and the 2 nursing homes affiliated with it. Love is him going and talking, sitting and looking at birds with people, that the residents there, seeing them as family. Love is him going and starting playing piano ever since he was 8. And loving it, and then going around shaking their hands. That's beautiful, pure, innocent love. No attachment, no expectations. Again, if we love on one another like this, that's going to be heaven on earth. Even during hard times, we just shower one another with love and we'll get through it. So, the meditation we're going to do today is one thing that I do, and I've gone through my own grief and That's how I learned to, I do grief support because I've been through a lot of grief. I left my country, I left all my family, all my friends, and I've had broken relationships. And how did I learn? Every time you get stronger and better. And the way I do it, and it could be helpful for you, I just look at it as, I'll give an example of a intimate relationship. If there's a beautiful bird and you just open your hand and let the bird sit on your hand, if you squeeze that bird, the eyes are going to bulge out. And the bird wants to get away. So sometimes we have the fear of an insecurity of, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose that too. What can I do? How this person is going to prove to me they love me. And I had to work on myself over and over and over again, that working on myself, that I am lovable as I am, the way I was created. And I don't have to wait for somebody else to show me their love. And if they are not open to loving me, maybe it's just not meant to be. But don't try to force somebody to love me or show me the love. And again, saying it's, and I'm not perfect. I keep working on myself all the time. But these are the things that I have learned, and maybe you can try and have an open mind. And again, life is just always a work in process. So our meditation today is going to be on loving without attachment. Okay. I'm going to start with 3 gongs. As you close your eyes, please. And we're going to go on a short journey. Start with 3 gongs. Take a beautiful breath in and out. Envision your heart just opening up with love. Envision your heart as a beautiful lotus, a beautiful lotus flower. With every breath that you take in and out, another petal opens until this beautiful lotus is opened all the way. You feel the love. Now this beautiful love starts going through every cell of your body. Every cell of your body is being embraced by love. Breathe in and out of your sacred heart this beautiful lotus. Be love. Be the embodiment of love. That is your essence. Let go of any belief that you're any less or unworthy of love. You bring that love to you. You are loved. Feel that love. Now envision yourself in a beautiful park. You're sitting on a bench. There are trees, grass, your feet is on the grass. And you think of a beloved that you want to love freely without any attachment. Now envision that person as a beautiful bird. Beautiful bird. It's a beautiful bird, small enough to sit in the palm of your hands. Now open your hand and allow this beautiful bird that represents that person come and sit in the palm of your hand, your right hand. Now, with your heart open, with that beautiful lotus open, communicate with this beloved, bringing forgiveness, loving without attachment, bringing healing. You want to keep this bird, but you know you have to keep your hand open. The bird feels safe, and you let the bird know, I love you unconditionally. You can always come back. You know where to find me. I am here for you, and I love you. I love you just the way you are. And I appreciate your love and the beauty of your soul. Now allow this bird to fly away. And knowing that if it's meant to be, the bird will return. Now sitting in a beautiful bench in the park, as you let go of that bird, you notice the bird has sent hundreds of birds back to you. Because that bird gave them the message of love, of who you are. And love is a healing force which all universe is attracted to. It is in giving that we receive. As you give love, you open your heart, you receive abundance of love. Now I will be quiet for a few moments as you get embraced by this love. Breathe in and out of your beautiful lotus heart. Now sending love to all the birds, all the trees, all the universe. You bring that love in the center of your heart, center of your being, and putting your hand on your heart, anchoring this love, remembering who you are. Start wiggling your toes, moving your body a little bit. Take a beautiful breath in and out. And gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Let's remember what our essence is love. So let your sacred heart shine and bless the world. And that love brings healing to every cell of your body and radiates out of you. And heals the world. Thank you for your love. And remember, love freely, love courageously. As I go and see my end-of-life patients, these beautiful souls that I had the honor to serve for the past 14 years, when I look in their eyes, I see the light of the soul that I share with them. And when I tell them, I love you, and I mean it, they believe me. They don't question me. And they feel that healing and acceptance through the power of love. So why, when somebody, a significant other, or somebody tells us they love us, we wouldn't believe and we allow the ego come? Let's be like those beautiful people. We don't have to be close to the end of life to let go of the ego, to believe it when somebody says, I love you. Let's love freely and fully and courageously. I love you all. Until next time.